Hello, y'all. It's me again. Sorry it's been so long since I've. Hold on. Hello, y'all. It's me again. Sorry it's been so long since I've done one of these videos. I've been busy with school, moving in, moving out from different places. So, enough with that. Let's go straight into the movie because who wants to hear about all that shit? So the first film I want to be talking about is the new Olivia Wilde drama called Don't Worry Darling. Now this is the same director who made Booksmart, and that was a really good movie, and I was honestly really excited for this one for a while. Then some drama came out, and then all the controversy started coming out. Harry Styles' character originally being played by Shia LaBeouf, him getting fired. All that shit aside, how was the actual movie? The first half of the movie was so boring, derivative, and uninspiring that I wanted to leave the entire time. There was not a second in the first half that I enjoyed. The second half, however, really picked up, and I don't know how, I don't know why, but I really enjoyed the movie after everything in the second half. It doesn't really make sense in the plot of everything going on, and it's just one of the ways that the movie could have ended. I'm not going to spoil it, but it very much takes that route, or I guess one of the routes that you may be expecting, and in that case, it might be a bit predictable, but it's such a weird film because it insists that it's more, but it doesn't do much with what is given. And I will say, what I really did like about this movie was the performance from Florence Pugh. I love the set design, I love the costume, the makeup and hairstyling, but everything else was just lame and a bit derivative and honestly felt uninspiring to me. As of watching it, I said I liked it, and I originally gave it, I think, like a 6 out of 10, but just thinking about it now, it's a jutted mess with way more promises than it can achieve, and for that reason, I'm gonna have to give it a 5 out of 10. Go check it out for yourself and see if it works for you, but yeah, it was a strange film that will either get better or worse on rewatches. I guess we'll see. The second film I want to be talking about is After Ever Happy. I'm still like trying to stumble over words just explaining that terrible fucking title, but this is the sequel to the other After films such as After We Collided, and After We Fell. And this is just halfway into that series, and honestly I think I want out. This one was really bad, y'all. This was, out of all the After movies, I've been able to look at them from a comedy perspective just because they aren't good, and I was able to enjoy them ironically but still hate them as movies. This is the first one where I felt disgusted, like sick to my stomach with the manipulation going on between these two. And that being said, it's the only film that really acknowledges the toxic behavior and does something about it. But really, it's just they argue, they split time apart, they come back together, they have sex. Like, when will this never-ending cycle end? Never. And it's the most annoying and obnoxious and toxic thing I've ever seen. I don't like seeing it. It was so annoying, and this one left a bad taste in my mouth, as if the other ones are good. Somehow this is the best one. That's not saying much. The others are fucking terrible, and this one joins the group pretty well. But my god, these movies need to stop being made. But obviously there's 2 more coming out. I'm gonna watch those when they come out. I'm just not excited about it, but yeah, this exists. Don't watch it, or at least don't support it, please. Like, find alternative methods to watching this if you desire. And yeah, I'm giving this shit a 2 out of 10. Very bad. Definitely not the year's worst, but it's pretty close. It basically would be if it wasn't for the 365 Days sequel. Fucking hell. I don't want to talk about that one. And finally, the last film I'll be talking about is the new film Blonde, the new NC-17 Netflix movie that everyone's talking about. And I kind of fucking hated this movie. Now, let me get the goods out of the way first. This is a film that is extremely well shot. The direction is incredible. Just like Don't Worry Darling, the set design, the costumes, and the makeup and hairstyling are incredible. And just the way the film shot, this has some of the coolest transitions I've ever seen in a movie, without a doubt. The way the camera flows, the sort of anxiety that it tries to give, it does a really good job at doing so. And one more great thing about it, Ana de Armas gave like one of her career bests I've ever seen. She's so good in this movie. It's unfortunate that this movie's fucking awful and the director who made it is a piece of shit. What a disappointment. This movie had potential to be good, I guess. I didn't read the book that it's based off of. Apparently that's pretty distasteful too, but this brings a whole other level to the word insulting. This was way too cruel, way too dark, way too harsh and completely exploits a somewhat true story into the most dark, fucked up, and twisted version of it possible. This is a fictional movie. Don't forget this. This is a fictional movie about a person who actually had feelings, actually existed, and died at a very young age. They even reenact the death in the exact same place where the death occurred. That's even more insulting when you look at interviews and realize that the director basically gives zero shits about Marilyn Monroe, and it seems the entire movie it's like Marilyn Monroe torture porn, dude. Like, you see everything bad happen to this person. It's like a more demented female version of the Joker, and I know it's bold saying that, but like, what the fuck was this movie trying to be? In one second there's the most like fucked up thing happening, and then in the next second she's happy, and then that happiness is immediately crushed. There's also a lot of weird tones in this movie regarding abortion. I could be wrong, but the film felt very anti-choice, if that makes sense. It makes it seem like basically she was forced into having an abortion. It's literally like that scene from that anti-abortion movie where you see it and it's all gruesome and fucked up.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Like the most non-accurate portrayal of abortion healthcare, but in this one, the fact that this is in a movie this mainstream, starring these kind of people, produced by these people, I'm sorry, but I feel like there's a lot more malice because of that, and this whole movie left such a bad taste in my mouth. Really, it's so exploitive, and if it wasn't so beautifully shot, honestly, this might be one of the worst movies of the year for me, because I felt disgusted after watching it, and the fact that they change history in such an insulting way is beyond me. And honestly, I haven't been this disgusted watching a movie since my first watch of Salo. I know some people love that movie. I'm not going to get into why that movie's fucked up, but this movie just left such a bad taste in my mouth. And the fact that it exists, this film doesn't need to exist. This is a pointless movie made for the wrong demographic. And the fact that it's rated NC-17 literally for some sexual content is an insult, because a lot of people are going to be watching this fucking movie expecting some Marilyn Monroe biography with some sex scenes, and no, they're going to get a much darker, much less rewarding film in the process. I've seen some cruel movies where the cruelty is part of the movie and is what makes the story, but nothing is justified. There's no reasoning as to why they're showing this. It just seems like they're showing it just to show it, or it seems like it's edgy just to be edgy, and it left such a bad fucking taste in my mouth. The director, I'm sorry, Andrew Dominik, you can go fuck yourself. I mean this, Andrew Dominik, you can go fuck yourself for making this movie, because this didn't need to be made, and the fact that it does exist and that you seem to give little to no shits about the source material that you're basing it off of is insulting. And this movie just doesn't need to be made. I know I'm not going to stop the curiosity, especially because I'm talking about it the way I am. If I saw this review, I'd still want to watch it. But if you have any doubts or don't want to watch it or don't think you can handle this kind of movie, don't. Because it's the most worthless and pointless experience of 2022 when I saw Don't Worry Darling and After Ever Happy. That's saying a lot. Yeah, enough of that. What would I give the movie? Honestly, I'm giving it a 3 out of 10. I really wanted to like it. There was a point halfway where I was kind of enjoying it, but it just took one scene at the end for me to realize that the director has some kind of ulterior motive. I don't know what it is. And it's a shame that Ana de Armas was attached to this project, because she's an amazing actress and she's great in the movie, but this wasn't it for me. This was disgusting. This was insulting. This doesn't need to exist. And it's one of the most exploitive movies I've seen in my life. I'm giving this one a very low 3 out of 10. This movie can go fuck itself. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Sorry, that one pissed me off. But I don't know how that made me more mad than After Ever Happy. I can't even remember the title of that name. But that's it for the video. If you like, please give it a like. If not, it's all good. Sorry I've taken so long to make one of these videos. I wanted to talk about the 3 most relevant as of now. None of them are good, sadly, but I still have hope for this year. There's a lot of movies that I'm really excited for coming out this year, such as like Tar and Amsterdam and Babylon. So, you know, there's still a lot of hope for this year, and I'm excited to see what this year has in stock for us. But that being said, that's going to be the end of the video. Stay safe, stay awesome, and go watch a movie. Later. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. I fucking knew this CD was rolling around in there, god damn it. Great job, Target, you freaking dickheads. What is this shit?